Hello, my name is Ted Leith. I'm here at Optimum Percussion, and I'm just going through some techniques, and today we're just going to unpack the 4 basic stroke types. And these stroke types are really important for building fundamentals and the building blocks really of what it means to play rudiments and then even into hybrid rudiments and so on. So let's get started. The first stroke type is called the legato stroke. It's called the legato stroke because what we want to have and what we want to get from it is a full and long and open sound. And it has a lot to do with striking the drum in such a way that we get a lot of rebound and a lot of lift out of the drum and a lot of resonance. So the characteristic of a legato stroke is very simple. It is that we start up and we stroke towards the drum and then we end up, the same way you would bounce a ball. So it's a very natural stroke. So let me just demonstrate a few of those. So as you can see, I'm getting a very full range of motion. I'm stopping the stick at the top of the stroke, and that's really where the bead lives. For this stroke, it doesn't so much stay down. So that's a legato stroke, which yields a legato sound, open sound. The next stroke type is called a downstroke. And the challenge of a downstroke is that we still want to achieve the legato sound, and we want to play this stroke without choking off the stick, which then chokes off the sound of the drum. So let me demonstrate a few downstrokes for you. The characteristics of a downstroke are very simple. We start up and we end down. Cool. So as you can see, I'm stopping the stick after it hits the drum. I don't want to squeeze the stick and strike the surface, which is going to give us a very choked off sound. So we go for resonance when we're talking about all of these strokes. We very much want to approach the stick a certain way with a little bit of a loose grip, perhaps a little looser than some people may be used to. But nonetheless, we can hear a big difference in the wood of the sticks if we squeeze the sticks and if we let go and play with that loose grip that we're talking about. And that's really a great test to see whether or not you're achieving that legato sound. So we've gone through the legato stroke, which starts up and ends up, the downstroke, which starts up and ends down, still achieving that legato sound. Now let's talk about the tap stroke, which starts down and is still down. What we want to achieve in the tap stroke is very simple. We just want to achieve a legato sound, but for that legato sound to be very soft. So I'm not squeezing the stick, I'm still having an open grip, but I'm keeping the stick down the entire time, playing a tap. So as you can see, I'm getting a lot of sound. I'm not striking the drum very hard. I don't have a lot of velocity, but I'm still getting a nice full and open sound. I think a lot of times this is a very easy stroke for young players to get wrong because we squeeze the sticks very hard and we get what sounds a little bit choked off. So when playing a tap stroke, just keep in mind we still want to get that rebound. We still want to get some rebound off of the drum. So now let's go on to the 4th stroke. This stroke is called an upstroke, and it starts with a tap or starts down and then ends up. And that's the characteristic of the tap stroke, or excuse me, the upstroke. So let's look at a few of those. So as you can see, it's very simple. I'm playing a tap, and then immediately after the tap, I'm raising the stick, going back into what we call the up position. So now I'm geared and ready to go to play a legato stroke, which was the first stroke type. So those are really the 4 basic stroke types. Every rudiment, every hybrid rudiment, most of what you play, with the exception of a buzz, is drawing from one of these 4 different stroke types, whether it be a paradiddle, a flam, regardless of what it is. If you break it down at the core of what you're playing, you're either playing a legato stroke, a downstroke, a tap stroke, or an upstroke. And those are the 4 basic stroke types.